as you approach obstacles in your life, whether they're big or small, there's two ways to overcome them. There's a calculated approach, and then there's a non-calculated approach. Whichever path you decide to take, whether it's calculated or non-calculated, in either one of those categories, you don't know whether the outcome is going to be successful or unsuccessful. But either way, you always want to pursue that obstacle with a calculated response. Calculated meaning doing your research, and whatever it is you got to face, do some research and you increase your chances for success. Because even if you fail, you know you can still feel good about yourself because you put in the work to try to increase your chances to overcome that obstacle. Now, say you do fail and you went the calculated approach, you know that you had a certain game plan, and within that game plan it failed. Now you know where you need to tweak your approach, so when you approach that again, you're going to increase your chances even more of success. So when you do the calculated approach for an obstacle in your life, you're going to feel good about yourself, whether it's a success or a failure. And even failure, when it comes to a calculated approach, even failure in that area is subjective. If you ask me, failure is still a positive thing when it's a calculated approach, because if you fail with a calculated approach, that means you learned a valuable lesson. You learned the lesson to not repeat that approach that you did, that method of approach, that method of research, that method of game planning that you put into it. You know you have to tweak that approach. So with positive perspective, you can look at every failure as a positive. It's a learning lesson for growth. Now, on the other end, when you do something non-calculated, your chances are a lot less to reach a successful mission. Let's put it that way. So the quicker you learn this lesson of a calculated approach versus a non-calculated approach, the quicker you learn that, the quicker your life is going to be, especially for you young ones, you teenagers, or even younger. If you could learn this lesson now, your life is going to be way better. You don't want to be an older adult who hasn't learned this lesson. Trust me, there's a bunch of adults out there, let's call it above 18 years old, above 20 years old, above 30, above 40, above 50, beyond, that haven't learned this lesson, and that's sad. So the quicker you learn this lesson, the quicker you're going to experience a better life. When you calculate things you do in life, you calculate your approach to things, to obstacles, to tasks, to missions, your life is going to be a lot better.